Yo, Layup Lounge members. Welcome back to another episode of Layup Lounge. This is episode 23. Michael Jordan, LeBron James. We're on LeBron. This is a LeBron James episode, playoff edition. The playoffs have kicked off. Things are moving and shaking. You clicked on this video because you want to know what we think. You want to hear our take on the NBA playoffs. And we're going to let you know. Please leave a like and subscribe. My name is Wayne. I'm here with
Roman.
And we're going to do our best to break down the NBA playoffs, give you everything you guys want to talk about, everything you guys want to hear about. It's happening right now. Shout out to Shannon Sharp. Let's dive straight in.
Man, we just going to get straight to it. I just want to talk about the game that we recently just watched. We just got done watching Lakers versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. We didn't talk about game one. We kind of go through that real quick. You know, game one, they still won. Julius Randle's been hooping, to be quite frank. I called it. I said that in order for them to have a chance in this series, Julius Randle was going to have to hoop. He has shown up so far in both of these games. He's shown up. But Anthony Edwards, that's somebody I'm looking at. I don't think he's played like Anthony Edwards yet. Naz Reid was a big help in the first game, not so much in the second one. On the road, it's you kind of have pick and choose which role players are going to go off. And we had Naz Reid. We had Dante DiVincenzo go off in that first game. There were no shows in this second one. But overall, I just want to get your take on it because now you're the Laker fan. Do you feel good about the Lakers going into game 3 in Minnesota?
Man, I feel outstanding going into game 3, man.
Outstanding. That's strong. I'm not going to lie.
No,
that's strong.
I feel very good. I mean, because clearly LeBron is just letting my boy Luka get his feet wet, letting him play with the ball. You use the ball in his hands, pause. So he's letting Luka get acclimated to being a Laker. LeBron knows that he could just take the reins back whenever and lead us to the championship, the finals. He don't want to do that though. Mm-hmm. He don't want to do that. He's letting Reeves, he's letting Luka. He wants y'all to do it. But if it gets to the point where I need to take over, I will. That's why I'm gonna just score my 15 to 20 points. I'm gonna get my 8 rebounds, my 6 assists, and I'm gonna call it. But if we need more, because we are gonna need more at some point in this playoff run, I'm gonna give you 40. I can do that. But Luka Ball is gonna get us there. Luka Ball is gonna. We're hunting the switch. We're getting the switch. Luka is scoring on Gobert every time. They try to put Shannon on him, walked him down. They put J-Mac on him. Food, you know what I'm saying? I don't see any world. There's no answer. Meanwhile, you're talking about how Antman's struggling to score. We see it. We got to pick and choose who's going to score for the Wolves. We're praying Julius Randle can go get his 30. Luka's going to go do it every night regardless. They have no answer. I got the Lakers winning in 5.
You think they're going to win the next 3 games? It's over. It's absolutely not over. First of all, if I'm the Minnesota Timberwolves, I feel absolutely great right now. We didn't play our best brand of basketball. The Lakers were packing the paint. We could easily adjust that by not playing Rudy Gobert. I feel like that's an easy fix. Our role players, again, they didn't show up, but role players tend to show up in home games, as we've seen with the Lakers. Gabe Vincent, he's not going to play like that again. DFS, that's cool. He hit a couple jump shots, but he's also hitting all backboard on layups. And that's definitely going to happen when he gets to Minnesota. Jackson Hayes continues to be unplayable. I don't think he's going to eclipse 15 minutes a game in this series. And Luka ISOs. If that's what beats me, honestly, I feel okay with that. Let's test his conditioning. Let's see how much he can go with that because I don't think it's sustainable hoop. They got lucky. The Wolves also were going on a little bit of a run towards the end of the game. Julius Randle's playing outstanding. I think game 3 is a must-win for both teams. I think whoever wins this game 3 is going to win the series. I think the Wolves are going to do it. Nickeil Alexander's going to hit those open jump shots. Jay McDaniels, first home game, he's going to get himself another 20-piece. And it's going to be 2-1 going into game 4.
Okay. 2 things.
Okay.
2 things about that whole scenario. We're talking about the role players in this matchup.
Yeah.
That's not what the playoffs is about, though. We're relying on J-Mac. We're relying on Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Naz Reid. No. The head of the snake is not getting the job done. And we keep looking at him like we can't keep cutting him slack. We're calling him Michael Jordan. We're calling him next up. Where's he at?
They're packing the paint. Look, they're packing the paint.
Led the league in threes this year. That's
first of all, foul trouble. We couldn't even
be effective.
Foul trouble, right? We couldn't even get Rudy. because obviously they know that Rudy Gobert probably shouldn't have been playing in this game. They're packing the paint. They got everybody else in foul trouble, so they had to play Rudy, so that's even packing the paint even more. And role players absolutely do matter in these basketball games. I mean, you look at, again, Gabe Vincent, DFS, Vando, Austin Reeves. Like, these guys showed up. They didn't show up last game. I don't expect them to show up going into Minnesota. I don't. I really don't. Gabe Vincent's not going to hit another jump shot for maybe the rest of this series. That's how bad he is. Vando, cool defender, and got that in Minnesota. We're good. We're good. I think they figured him out, especially towards the end. A lot of turnovers late. I think they came into this game, and I feel like you can agree with me that Minnesota, from the start of this game, you kind of had that feeling like we got the one. We split the series. We're going back to Minnesota. You caught that vibe early in this game, and I think that's exactly what happened. I think that late game push, they're like, maybe we could sneak one in, but after the first 5 minutes, I kind of figured that they packed it in, man. They're ready to go home. So I think that it's gonna be turned in Minnesota, and I honestly think it's gonna be 3-1 going back to LA.
As long as Rudy's on the court, they're not finna beat the Lakers.
And that's exactly why there's gonna be early game adjustments with Rudy coming off the floor very early in the first quarter. I think they need to talk to it. Honestly, I wouldn't even start him. Or just match his minutes with Jackson Hayes, because Jackson Hayes is averaging less than 15 minutes a game. I sit down Rudy, look, you're defensive player of the year, yada, yada, but this is not, I can't play you. You're packing the paint, you don't spread the floor, you're not Karl Anthony Towns. So no, I bench him. And that's why that trade was stupid. I mean, Julius Randle's playing well, but him and Cat would have been better than him and Rudy. Facts. That would have been a championship team. But Julius Randle has surprised me. But not really. I think that contract year, I'm pretty sure. So he's got to hoop. He's hooping for his livelihood. I'm sure he wants to call the next destination his home, whether that's Minnesota or somewhere else. And he's trying to prove himself out there. He's trying to prove that he can be second, third fiddle to an actual superstar. So kudos to him, man. Good for him. Antman, though, he does need to show up, because right now he's had some flashes of greatness. He's floating, dunking on people, but it's not enough. And part of that was packing the floor, and we got to spread the floor so he can get to the rim. It's really that simple. But moving on, let's go actually to another game that we saw before this one. Indiana in the Bucks. Indiana in Milwaukee. Indiana takes a 2-0 lead. How are we feeling about this series now? You had the Bucks in 6, I believe. How are we feeling now?
Not only did I have the Bucks in 6, I had the Bucks going to the finals.
You did. You did.
And I'm going to just keep it a stack with you. They're looking flat, man. It's not looking good. I thought Damian Lillard was going to, show up and give them a major lift. He gave them a little bit of a boost, but the Pacers are just playing with more intensity. More intensity, more fire, more want. And that's just what's going to win you basketball games at the end of the day. It looks like they care more. So it's sad to see him go out like this. I'm blaming Giannis.
Sad to see him go, oh, you sound defeated. It's over?
I'm blaming Giannis. Giannis is 30 and 15 looks good to me. However, when Damian Lillard arrived in Milwaukee, he should have told him, play like you're Damian Lillard still. Because there's multiple instances this game where I'm seeing Dame can't really get into his Dame time bag. He can't really be the player we've known previously because Giannis is waving him off. He's getting waved off. He don't have the opportunity to really.
Brook Lopez is waving him off.
See, it's sick. That's a disgusting hoop. 2 minutes left in the game. We're exchanging big shots. Dame was like, let me get the rock. Yeah. Giannis says, no, I got us. That's like, no, it's a sick hoop. And I think the end is near for this team, this roster.
Is there 1 foot out the door with Giannis? Currently?
There's 1 foot out the door.
You think that he already has that in mind?
I think he's more so worried about finishing the season, but I think it's open to hit in the back of his mind like, yo, I could definitely be gone. Because he said it before. He always keep talking about it, and I keep seeing it on Twitter. So his agent keeps paying NBA Central or somebody to keep putting it out there. So because I be seeing it, I'd be like, Giannis is interested in Brooklyn.
He got businesses out there. All that.
I see. Hey, you know, they're paying NBA Central, so that's how you soft launch your trade request these days.
No, absolutely.
NBA Central.
Absolutely, I agree. I think the series is over. I think the Bucks are on the verge, and I'm not just saying this because there's a lot of teams that go 2-0 and ends up being a series, but the way that they're losing these games, the way that their offense looks, they're on the verge of getting swept for sure. I don't think that's a hot take at all. They're on the verge of getting swept. I still think it's gonna be. That's why originally I wanted to say Pacers in 5. I said 6. I feel like that's the safe pick. I really wanted to say 5, but Tyrese Halliburton, man, I know that people don't like this guy, but I love it. He's just creating energy for himself, for his team. I think that you have to have that unwavering confidence in order to beat a team like Milwaukee with a player like Dame, Giannis. You know what I'm saying? I feel bad for the Bucks. I feel bad for Dame because that's my favorite player ever. And how much better, honestly, it sounds crazy. How much better is this situation than when he was in Portland just killing, getting his numbers up, putting Hall of Fame stats up? Like, what? At this point, what's the difference?
There's none, honestly.
He preached it himself. The grass is not always greener on the other side. I think that was a quote that he has said. And he has advised other players to think that way as well. And I think that he's in it now. He's feeling it right now. It's going to be interesting.
At one point, with 3 minutes left, he's standing on the left wing with his hands on his hips, bro. And I'm like, bro, Damian Lillard, you know what I'm saying, should have the ball in his hands. I'm sorry. There's no world. There's no world where that happens.
I think that conversation that you said that they should be having between Giannis and Dame, I think they had that conversation. I think it's just muscle memory.
On Giannis,
he's just like, I'm used to being the guy. Teams are being built, but it's hard when you put two guys together where teams have been built around them for the longest. They're both number one options. It's hard. It's really hard, especially when Giannis, totally different game. Like you can kind of see, like for example, like a Kyrie and LeBron, they're compatible with each other, but they both can somewhat shoot. I think the fact that Giannis doesn't really, I hate to have a bag, but all his stuff is inside. And he brings up the ball a lot, which is I don't like. I don't know why Giannis is bringing up the ball, especially when Dame's on the floor. And like you said, yeah, Dame is he's not a Hall of Fame player because he's one of the greatest off-ball players of all time. He's not Klay Thompson. And I think that's what they're trying to treat him as, and it's not going to work. And I think it's over. It's really over. And then that combined with the Pacers, just continuity, they look together. They like playing with each other. Mm-hmm. They're chirping. They got the energy up, and it just looks dead on the Milwaukee Bucks side. I don't know what they can do in order to fix this, just because Chris Middleton's not coming back to this team. Kyle Kuzma, I think that's like the cherry on top of Giannis's trade request right there. I asked for some help. You give me Kyle Kuzma. Even at the time, I was like, they gave up a lot for Kyle Kuzma. A lot. They gave up a lot. So
that's sickening.
And they gave up their draft pick. Like they drafted him. I forgot what pick he was, but he's thriving in Washington. AJ Johnson. Yeah. Like he's raw, but I think he's gonna be solid.
No, he's gonna be solid.
He's gonna be serviceable. He's better than Ryan Hollins or Ryan Rollins.
Ryan Rollins.
He's better than him for sure. I don't even know. I feel like they treated AJ as a trade-in or a throw-in in that trade. Atrocious. So yeah, I think the Bucks are on the verge of getting swept. The Pacers look good. I said that, my hot take, maybe it is, maybe it's not. I said they're going to make the Eastern Conference Finals, and it looks very formidable in these last two games. Moving on to Denver versus LA. First game, I felt like the Clippers let one go. Denver. But, the strategy going in, I'm not mad at the Clippers strategy going in. Let the others beat us. And that's exactly what happened. And sometimes it doesn't work out. Westbrook was playing out of body, but then he come back to earth. Like CTE basketball, Russell Westbrook was playing. He do something really great and something really stupid the next play. It was crazy, but, it turns out he did more great things than bad. But just talk about that series, what you see, Kawhi Leonard, 15 for 19 in that last game, that game 2 win, 39 points. He's looking like MJ out there.
He's looking great, but we know how it is with him. You got to hold your breath. Like, I want to celebrate him. I want to give him his flowers. Congrats, he came back. It looks good. But I feel like we've told the same Kawhi Leonard story so many times. The same tale of, man, playoff Kawhi. Man, if Kawhi is playing, it's a wrap. And it is. But there's been so many other times where he's just flip of a coin every single game. Is he going to play? Is he not? Is he going to be in this series? Is he not? So, I mean, I pray the best for him. I hope he's doing well. I hope he plays. But even if it doesn't happen this series, does it happen next series? Does it happen in game 2? Does it happen in game 3? Game 4? You know what I'm saying? It's just Kawhi scares me. So are they? If he's playing like this, they could for sure be primed for a finals run. And I think that you would be crazy for predicting that. But can he stay healthy is the question. I think the Nuggets are done, though, on the flip side of that. Jokic is the only bright spot of that team. Jamal Murray was out there in a bed sheet yesterday.
I think he was sick.
No, I heard he was sick.
Something like that. He
But
was trying to say he didn't play bad to me, though. He actually was. He wasn't bad. He's not playing like playoff Jamal, but he's not that bad. I think
He just looked crazy.
if you need to look at somebody, it's clearly Michael Porter Jr. He's been an absolute zero.
Yeah, he's atrocious.
Westbrook playing over him, you're losing your minutes to Westbrook.
Because he cares more.
That's true.
That's really what it is.
Yep.
It's just you can tell not you can tell, but we've known Westbrook's whole career. He's try hard. He's do the little things and dive for the loose ball. Probably first one in the facility. All that, the little things. And Michael Porter just kind of halfway in. You could tell he's laid back. He's halfway in, halfway out.
You think the trade stuff might have got to him? Even though obviously it's not even trade season, it's playoffs, but like just having your name out there in the trades, you have your owner denying reports that, no, we would definitely trade him if something comes up. Like, you think that plays a factor in what's happening right now? Because that could mess with you, honestly. I mean, knowing that you're not part of the future possibly, that might be.
For sure. I think he's also kind of just half bought in, half, because even beginning of the season, I remember he was talking. That's what I'm saying. Beginning of the year, he was talking about how he was like, if we don't make a finals run, this could be the last hurrah for this team. So he's talking about himself. Like, because everyone knows, you look at this team's assets, they're not going to trade Jokic. So who's next? The dude's making the most money. You know
Jamal Murray and
Jamal and him. So it's like, one of you guys are getting moved, most likely him. Most likely him.
But on the Clippers note, just to go back there, just because James Harden, he played phenomenal in that first game, not so in the second game. I think that, he's playing as expected. I think just when it comes down to those elimination games is where he needs to show up, and hopefully he's saving his best for those because they're going to need him. Kawhi Leonard, like you said, he might go out. We might get some tomorrow. Who knows?
We don't know.
He might wake up with a meniscus tear. It's really just like that. So the Clippers look prime for a run. Norman Powell's not playing good at all. He definitely needs to. I don't know what needs to happen there, but get some shots up. He hit a clutch shot at the end of that last game though. So props to him. But I'm liking my finals pick so far. I'm feeling well, especially going. We got one in Denver. Going back to LA, I think we can get both of them. So we'll see what happens there. I don't want to talk about the Thunder and Grizzlies. The only thing I'll say is the media has been lacking. They're late to the party. Jaren Jackson Jr. been buns. He's been a role player. He's been overrated, all of that. And that's the media's fault.
You don't know.
And that's why we've been saying this for years. For years. We've been saying this since the show started. He's not good. He's solid, but the fact that he's potentially eligible for $345, I don't even think he's worth half that. He's not better than Bane. And that's the best. He's Jason Tatum levels. That's Jason Tatum money.
Mm-hmm. That's absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Firing their coach. What are we doing? Now all they do is spam pick and roll. And honestly, John Morant's not a pick and roll basketball player. So, and he had to debut those fire shoes and lose by 50 with Shea scoring basically zero. He was basically a zero that game, but it didn't matter. That's how deep the Oklahoma City Thunder is. We're just looking for, honestly, we can't even talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder really until the next series because they're just playing some fugazi dudes. They shouldn't even be there. Memphis, they're trash. They're trash.
So you see let's just talk about the shoes then. You like the Ja 3s?
Yeah. Those are his best shoe.
For sure, they called. And then you see the Shea Aries Gray?
Those are fire.
Fire.
I like those.
Those are better than the Butters.
You think so?
Yes. For sure better than the Butters. I want 2 pair of the grays.
But see, the Butters.
I don't even want the Butters no more after I've seen the grays.
I'm getting the Butters, throwing those outside because those are like
Tims.
those are Tims at that point.
Oh,
those are fire.
the grays, bro, you could
They're only $130. And if they get it on sale, I'm definitely buying. If they go on sale for some reason, I'm definitely copying.
You know his shoe is going to be sold out, bro.
You think so?
I think so. I feel like it is.
For his sake, I hope so. Because, Oklahoma City, small market.
I feel like
his name is long. Like, I don't know. It's not like SGA, though. So,
yeah. But it's already one of those shoes where it kind of has the Antman appeal. You know what I'm saying? Where, remember when we started seeing Antman wear his shoe and everyone's like, that shoe is cold.
Well, he's a fashionable guy. Like, he's big in fashion. He's exactly. League fits every game.
MVP. He's been league fits right. MVP like 4 times.
They're probably going to boost his shoe. Nah, you're right. They're probably going to sell out.
I just feel like it's going to be one of those. It's going to be hard to get. I feel like it's going to be like the first couple colorways instantly gone. Like, because that's what happened with the Antmans. Remember how the Antmans, we couldn't find them. Like,
they're starting to slow down a little bit, but
no, on God, you can go find them on the shelves now.
You can get them, but yeah,
first couple months, no, absolutely not. I think it's going to be the same thing with the Shea.
But can we judge this Oklahoma City team right now, or we just got to wait till round 2? Huh?
They're very deep. That's all I can say. They got everybody that can play. They got bodies.
They absolutely got bodies. Honestly, my favorite series so far, maybe, and I don't know why. It's just something about Detroit and the Knicks, man. They've been playing a great hoop. It's been great hoop so far. Detroit, they lose to a 21-0 run at the end of the game in game 1. They really should be 2-0. It should be 2-0 going back to Detroit for real.
Or 0-2.
Right.
Because they almost sold it at the...
Yeah, because then, again, they almost sold it. Yeah,
they almost sold it.
Exactly. And then game 2, Cade, coming out party. Hooping. Straight hooping, man. And I like the Thompson twin, man. He might be better than Antman, man. And if it's not now, I think he has a higher seat. Like, I don't know if you saw that spin move.
That's the fastest spin move I've ever seen.
I saw that live. I was like, what?
No, that's what I'm saying. I've never seen... I didn't know what that was. I was confused. Even then, everyone's like, what happened? Like,
he caught the ball. Like, he knew what he was going to do as soon as he caught the ball.
I've never seen somebody spin that fast, though.
The camera was blurry. I seen a video of it. It was blurry as he did the spin. But anyways, how are we feeling? You said Detroit in 6. How are we feeling about our pick so far? I did have the Knicks, but honestly, I got to see game 3. I don't know. I really don't like the Knicks right now, honestly. And even if they won this series, I don't like them going forward. But just talk about it.
I feel like the Pistons are playing like they got something to prove, and they're playing hard. You can tell that their entire unit's collectively bought in. The Knicks, on the other hand, they kind of just, they're not playing with their heart on their sleeve. You know what I'm saying? They kind of just out there, they're hooping.
They're playing like they're supposed to be. Like, they're thinking like, oh, we're just gonna run them over.
Literally, that's literally what it looks like out there. Meanwhile, on the Pistons, though, you got dogs. We know we're not supposed to be here. Dennis Schroeder, unsung hero.
He's about to get paid.
Unsung hero, bro. Literally kicked me to the wayside twice this year. Brooklyn and Golden State.
He's trying to get his $80 million back,
bro. They kicked me to the wayside twice. Now they can't take me out the game. You know what I'm saying? They gotta play me on this team. They have to.
Great 6-man.
Literally, he won them the game with that 3 at the end of the game. Like,
the fact that he had the confidence to take that shot, bro. Any of those other teams he was just on, he's not. Maybe Brooklyn, but Golden State, he wouldn't even be in. He wouldn't be in the game.
He's not in the game.
He's not in the game.
And the possession before, he missed a 3. So the fact that he had the confidence to come back up and take an off dribble yank, I was like, okay, he's real. So shout out to Schroeder, unsung hero of the squad. But no, I think if they got to play like that every game, because that's twice now where they almost gave up another late game lead. They already did it once. So I think they really got to learn how to close. But they can hang with these boys for sure.
What do you see on the Knicks side? How do you feel if you're the Knicks right now? Knicks fan, part of the organization. How are you feeling right now? Because again, I don't feel good at all. I don't even feel good about the first win. You're not going to do a 21-0 run again. That's not going to happen again. This is a young team. Malik Beasley, I thought he should have won Sixth Man of the Year personally, because you go from 14 wins to, I think they have 44. They like almost tripled their wins, something like that. And Malik Beasley was a big part of that. Stats wise, he was better than Peyton Pritchard at every stat pretty much. JB Biggerstaff should be Coach of the Year. It's going to be Kenny Atkinson, but he should be Coach of the Year. This team, like similar to the Pacers, they love playing with each other. Mm-hmm. You can tell like they're really connected. They're really connected. And honestly, I know it's only been 2 games. I don't know. I might be too early to say. I'm getting Atlanta Hawks when they went to the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm getting those vibes with this team. I'm getting those vibes with the team. Or Damian Lillard 2019 run. We're not supposed to be here run.
We're not supposed to be here.
I can definitely. I gotta see what happens in Game 3, but I like this Detroit team. And honestly, successful season. They can lose for the rest of the season. It's a successful season. They won their first playoff game in almost 20 years. Like it's a successful season. Contract extend, Schroeder, Biggerstaff. Go get one more piece probably.
Oh yeah.
But we'll talk about it whenever they, end the season. But regardless of what happens at this point, they have home court advantage now. I really feel good going into Detroit. I will say they're a young team, so there's a lot of pressure going into that Game 3 because I'm sure they were just like, oh, we got momentum, we got to carry it. But the Knicks, man, I mean, Karl Anthony Towns, 0 points in the second half.
Unacceptable.
Jalen Brunson flaring his arms every single time. I don't know if he's going to get those calls in Detroit. We'll see.
No, God.
But definitely shout out to the Detroit Pistons. Who else played? I'm tripping. I'm like, Cavs and Heat, ain't really nothing to talk about there. Again, the Cavs doing what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to take care of that.
Orlando, Boston.
I actually do want to talk about that a little bit. Paulo Banchero, you predicted it. You're right about one thing. He's arrived. We knew that last series, though. Last year against the Cavs, they just offensively, and I don't even think Jalen Suggs, we were talking about defense and how he was the missing piece. I don't think he even picks up offense. I think they just don't have enough offensively. I said that before this series. I'm going to say it again. I just think that Paulo, he can average the 35, 36. I don't think it'll matter. Franz, I know I've been campaigning for him to get traded somewhere. It's time, bro. After the season, regardless, they might get swept. Really. I mean, JT is going to be out next game, but they might get swept. It's like any light they have, like they're getting killed by role players. Derek White shouldn't be the reason why you're losing.
He had 30.
Right. Like Derek,
come on.
He's the 4th, 5th guy. So, and that's dangerous for any team going against the Celtics, but especially a team like the Magic, who we even talked about last year. We said it. We said offense, not having enough offense is a good problem to have going into the offseason because you can go get offense. I feel like it's harder to go get a defensive guy than to go get some offense. They have the blueprint. They have a good structure defensively, but they don't have the offense. And I feel like it's easy to get, and we should be looking at that GM because they haven't made a major move in quite some time.
Go find some buckets on the market, man.
Anthony's ready. Anthony is available if needed.
There's a bunch of 2 guards that can average 20 right now. Go find some.
I think I really think, because they have that culture, I really think they're just scared to make a swing. They don't want, I think they like the vibes. They like the locker room. They're probably a tight-knitted group.
They are. You could tell based on just like I follow the Magics on the Instagram. You could just kind of tell like the vibes of the squad. It's like a younger squad. The camaraderie's good. We're all the same age.
Because we gave Wendell Carter an extension.
Why?
In what world? And he's been terrible. He's been bad. He's been bad. I see what you're talking about. He's been bad.
He's horrible.
Do we try Goga?
Yes. Or like, bro.
I wish Mo Wagner, man. That was a big loss. That was an underrated loss. Because honestly, I didn't think that was gonna be that big of a deal, but it's looking like it.
Bro, he's energy.
He fighting
rebounding, physicality. He brings so much to their team that they're missing right now.
He might give me more than Franz, bro. At this point, Franz has been bad. Like
Mo is very undervalued, I think. But bro,
his contract's up too. I think.
Porzingis shot a 3, green. Wendell come down, tried to trade with him. Bro,
The hell are you doing? Why are you even shooting?
What are you? They're leaving you open for a reason.
Wait, Corey Joseph's their starting point guard.
No, that's sick. And he's built nasty now. Hey, no, I haven't seen him play in a minute.
Bro, he went
like
from
hash brown.
He went from I can't believe he's on the team to starting. He's the starting point guard for a playoff team in 2025. I don't even think has he been a starter in the league for a good team?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
This is ridiculous. That's what I'm saying. Like the GM, he's got to be fired. Yeah, I'm like, I don't
like. How is Markelle Fultz not a better option?
That's what I'm saying. Veteran.
There.
Why is Anthony Black not starting? I get the whole you got to balance the talent between, we need somebody to come off the bench. But I mean, at this point, I'd rather start Cole Anthony than Corey Joseph.
This was the kicker to me, right? So you put out Corey Joseph, point guard, right?
Yeah.
You think he's going to be able to get into some sets. Bro, they get a rebound. Corey Joseph took up off the right. He took up off the right side. Paulo's talking about, I'm like, bro, what's the point of having him out there then? He's the point guard, so I thought he was going to be the point guard. No.
Paulo's still bringing up the ball.
Paulo's still the point. Literally, Wendell got a rebound. PZ said, right here, rock me. And bro, Corey Joseph already knew. He just took up off at the sideline.
He's running the passing lanes.
Literally.
Your point guard is running the passing lanes. He's supposed to be running the... See, that's what I'm...
He's supposed to run and go get the rock. P said, right here.
That's what I'm saying, bro. There needs to be change there. Is there any other series? I have some stuff related to the playoffs, but I just wanted to talk about all the games. Did I miss a series? Let me look at the bracket.
I think we covered everything.
I know. It's like not a lot of teams. Yep. Oh, one more that we didn't touch on is Rockets and Warriors. I would just say what I have first. Rockets are just inexperienced. But I am encouraged about the fight that they had towards the end of the game. I'm encouraged about Jabari Smith Jr. He actually, hit some good buckets, but similar, they're giving me Orlando Magic vibes. They don't know what they're doing out there offensively. It's cluttered. The only thing not Orlando about them is you don't know who the guy is. Like you said, you're right. You're absolutely right. They need a guy. At least with Orlando, Paulo, we know he's getting the ball every time he's trying to do something. It's cluttered ball. It's cluttered ball. We've seen it with the Minnesota Timberwolves and Lakers. It's same setup with the Rockets. They don't know what to do. There's a lot of guards. There's a lot of forward. There's just a lot of stuff. They got a lot of stuff. They have a lot of stuff. They have talent. And, I mean, they're the second seed for the reason, like I said, but the experience of the Warriors, I mean, Jimmy and Steph, I think they do have enough 1-2 punch type of deal to get through the Rockets. I don't know if it's sustainable enough to win a championship, but it was looking nasty against the Rockets. I did choose the Rockets to win this, maybe more so because I don't like the Warriors, but it's nasty. I'm not going to lie. Is there anything the Rockets can do, really?
Championship DNA, man. I'm sorry. It's Steph Curry. It's Steph Curry. He's locked in right now. And like we said, or like you said, Rockets, young, inexperienced, no guy. There is no adjustment right now.
Because you asked that question last episode. You said, who's their guy? We don't know.
We don't know.
They just got a bunch of stuff.
Well, they got a bunch of, like you said, a bunch of stuff, a bunch of very good players. But it's just like, certain times of the game, I want Steph Curry taking a shot. The Rockets will swing it left and Dylan Brooks will fire a three. They're just kind of, we'll swing it right. Van Fleet's going up with it.
The only thing I'll say about them not having a guy, why can't they be the Atlanta Hawks with Teague and Corver and where they're just a real well-rounded team, a bunch of dudes who average 17 points a game. Because that's basically what this team is. It's a bunch of dudes who are capable of averaging 17, 18 points a game.
Literally. No, that's...
For the Atlanta Hawks back then, that got them to a second round at least. That got them into a playoff series. They made them contenders, right? I feel like the Rockets could easily adapt that with the current setup that they have, right? Yeah, at least with the current setup they have, they do need a guy, but for the time being, having that type of setup and it's just not even that. They look lost.
They almost have too much talent. You know what I'm saying? It's if that makes sense. It's almost too much.
Because they got Reed Shepherd. I mean, he's not going to play in these playoffs, but yeah, they got him.
Reed's not playing. What's the other dude that's not playing?
Cam Whitmore's not playing.
That's what I'm saying. Cam Whitmore's
not playing.
Like, bro, he'd be rotational for the Warriors. He's on the court with it. He might start. Like he's out there for sure if he played for the Warriors. He's not even getting no tick. They got Tari off the bench with it. Like
he's playing for the Wolves.
Tari is starting for most Western Conference teams.
He's still raw though.
He's still raw, but I'm saying energy, defense, rebounding. He brings a lot of intangibles like that. A lot of these teams could. He's in a good role, but he's very valuable. I feel like he's part of the core.
Absolutely.
They got a lot of dudes.
No doubt.
A lot of stuff.
I might be switching my pick after this next game, but it's looking bad. It's looking bad. So yeah, we basically talked about all the playoff teams. I have some notes. I have things I liked. Guys that I like basically in these playoffs. Cade Cunningham, he's been hooping. I'm not mad at Jamal Murray. He hasn't been playing great, but I think he's been playing better than what he has in the regular season. James Harden's been playing well. I wanted to shout out Jaden McDaniels, but he struggled today. But that 25 points per, that 25 game, very important. They're gonna need that. Asir Thompson, Pistons, man, just pretty much the whole Pistons team. Him, Dennis Schroeder, coming in clutch. I think that's why they give me that Atlanta. Who else is gonna step up for him? But I do want to talk about things I didn't like. Number one, Ben Simmons. I don't know if you noticed, but he actually plays on the Los Angeles Clippers. I didn't know if you noticed, but all he does is just guard Jokic. He will have a very good drive to the basket, and what do you think he does? He's looking for someone to pass to. He will get deep into the layup line, the Mikan drill, and he's looking to kick it out. When there's like one dude just down there, like he could just punch on him.
No, 6'10" also.
It just doesn't. I honestly wouldn't play him anymore. He's cool guarding for a couple possessions, I guess, but no, he's an absolute. He's a zero for the most part. Norman Powell hasn't been playing well. I mean, once he figures out his shot, I think that this series is over. Hopefully, next game we're going home. Like I said, role players thrive in a home court situation. That's when they show up. Jalen Brunson, I don't think I've ever seen a dude flop so much, complain, cry, all that. I don't think I've ever seen an untouchable player. You touch him, it's a foul. You sneeze on him, it's a foul. I don't know if you saw Sir Thompson. He was like, he said, please review that. He said, please, and they did review it and they still didn't get it through, but he was like, please, like, what am I? He's beating him to the spot, sliding his feet, and he's dribbling like this. The pump fake going into the shot. I thought the NBA said we're getting rid of that. So I don't like
get that one either because Pritchard did that too. Like,
oh, he's the king of that.
I swear they got banished that, but no, it's for sure in the game.
And the last thing I have, Doc Rivers, Kyle Kuzma, the Bucks organization. You failed. Dame, when he wanted to leave, he wanted to go to a team. He wanted to go to an organization that likes to build around superstars. He took that curse with him. They're not building around him. I don't know if he'll ever play for like a true championship contending team. It's sad. It's really sad.
So this Bucks team is not a contending team?
No.
On paper?
No.
Going into the season? They weren't viewed as a contender. No?
Not like
they were viewed as a top 3 team in the East.
It's one of those. I think it's one of those situations where everything would have to play out right for like Indiana last year. I actually believe in Indiana now, but Indiana last year, they ran into some hobbled teams, including the Bucks. Like they're set up for one of those things. Kevin Porter Jr., he was wilding today. I don't know what's going on with him. He's trying to earn another contract or something. He was chucking up shots. It's just they were I don't know. It was like we're thinking about Chris Middleton. Like, oh, is he gonna come back healthy? Now he's traded. Now it's like they're really not a championship contender. Kyle Kuzma sucks. Yeah, he sucks at basketball. But one question I have here, because we talked about Kawhi, 39 points, 15 and 19. We know the history of Kawhi Leonard when he's healthy in the playoffs. Is he the greatest playoff riser we've ever seen? At least in this era, this generation that we have, because I don't know who kicks it up this much in the playoffs more than Kawhi Leonard.
No, yeah, it has to be. I mean, we've seen it his entire career. I mean, even during the prime of the load management, we always knew that was like the whole thing is they want to get Kawhi to the postseason. Like, get Kawhi to the postseason and it's a wrap. If Kawhi Leonard's in the postseason, you have a very good chance to win the NBA Finals. And so that's kind of just been the mode of operations is load manage him, try and get him to the postseason, but he can never survive through the postseason. That's the other issue. So, as in terms of being a playoff riser, I think for sure he's on the list. Because I mean, look at his playoff resume when he is healthy. It's only success.
It's only success.
It's championships and MVPs and stuff like that. It's decorated. The only ones he's really lost, I guess, per se, is injury. It's all injury. It's all just like Zaza, my hamstring, my ACL, whatever it is. It's always something with him. Like it's going down.
Joe
with
Ingles.
Kawhi Leonard. Oh yeah, it's always
Joe Ingles. I mean, is he a higher playoff riser than Kevin Durant?
Yes. Because I mean, Kevin Durant, we're getting all regular season. We're not getting too much different postseason. Kawhi is one two-way player, both ends of the court. Yeah, I don't know. I've just seen. I know what time it is with Kawhi Leonard. He looks like the best player in basketball.
Yeah, he looked like the best player in basketball last night.
He looks like the best player in basketball. I mean, there's no other way to put it.
Who has the most like undeniable shot? The most reliable shot? I was looking at I was watching James Harden just make all his floaters last night in the game before. I'm just like, who has the best shot? Like the most reliable shot. It's like that's the shot I want.
Like a single like shot on the court?
Or just like Harden's floater. You can even compare it to a Steph 3. Like just, I don't know. Just like the most reliable shot.
Give me a David West bank shot. No, I'm playing. That sounds very reliable though. This one, Sean Livingston mid-range. I saw that commented on our post, and I couldn't agree more. I mean, you watch, I didn't see him early in his career, but if you watch Prime Warriors hoop, even some of Brooklyn, when he was in Brooklyn for, first coming out the injury.
After his knee literally almost fell off.
His knee blew.
His leg almost, it was trying so hard to detach. It was crazy.
His leg tried. But nah, Sean Livingston mid-range pull-up. I don't think I ever seen one of those not go in. I think that might be the most undeniable shot. Like if he got to the mid-range, it was going in.
Butter.
Literally, it was going in. I don't think I ever seen him miss one.
Butter. Nah, I think that's a good shot. Again, James Harden floated every time he was getting to the paint. If he missed one, it's like, But Steph Curry, man, all the signature shots really. How we feeling about our picks though? You said that Bucks. Who'd you have in the finals? Lakers. We're feeling good with the Lakers though.
No, I'm feeling good right now. I'm happy with them.
You're happy with the Lakers?
I'm happy with the Lakers. We just gotta stay the course.
Hey, make sure you follow us on Instagram. We reply to everybody in there for the most part. Almost to 900 followers there. We just reached 700 subscribers. We're still on the grind. The big break is coming soon.
Holiday season, we working.
Oh, for sure.